afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Live at 4 and happy Veterans Day.
Yes, happy Veterans Day. I want to wish my dad a happy Veterans Day and all the men and women veterans out there.
And much more of that coming up.
Yeah.
But first, typing our headlines. Are you ready? We could see the first snow of the season very soon. Austin will tell you what to look for in our forecast tomorrow and this weekend.
Many Democrats in the Wisconsin Assembly voted against Governor Evers' redistricting maps. We'll hear why they broke party lines.
And the defense in the Kyle Rittenhouse case is done calling witnesses, which means soon his fate will be with the jury. Let's take a look outside. Took the dogs out this morning. It's 55 degrees.
It was hard to get out of bed this morning with that heavy rain. And
well, yeah, it was not pleasant at all.
That's a beautiful shot, though.
It's going to be nice compared to what it's going to be this weekend. First snow of the season. Austin's in the backyard. Say it ain't snow.
That's right. That first snow of the season is likely going to move through for tomorrow. But currently outside right now, it's not as warm as what we actually started the day with. And I'm going to say a sentence that a lot of you guys are going to hear over these next 5-6 months. It wouldn't be that bad if it weren't for the wind. And that's exactly what we have outside right behind me right now. Strong gusts just went through. 15-mile-per-hour sustained winds as well. So it feels pretty chilly outside, I do have to say. Current Doppler track, however, looking pretty good right now. We saw the rain moving through earlier, but now it does look like we have dried things out, which is great news as temperatures approach freezing for tonight. So we shouldn't really have to worry about too much black ice unless you do see some puddling here later on tonight. But on the back end of the system, that's going to be the round of snow that we're actually looking for tomorrow, forward to tomorrow. That's not going to bring too much snowfall. I think over the weekend we have a better shot at seeing a little bit more. But right now our current temperatures, again, those lower to mid 40s, even some upper 30s in Wisconsin Dells. It is quite chilly outside, especially once you factor in those winds of about 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's just tanking our outside wind chill right now. So I'm shivering just a little bit. It still could be a lot worse. And speaking of a little bit worse, we have an alert day actually for this upcoming Saturday night and into Sunday. That's whenever we're looking at some light snowfall potential. Even about 1 to 3 inches could be possible. So make sure you stay tuned. I'll have a long detailed look at what to expect here with these next few snow chances coming up a little bit later on.
Well, that changed in a big hurry. All right, also see you in a few minutes. The debate over redistricting in Wisconsin continues, and we knew Republicans and Democrats didn't see eye to eye.
But while Republicans are united in their vision for the maps, Democrats are divided. Eric Franke is here with more. Eric?
Yeah, Susan DeMark, 17 Assembly Democrats voted against the maps plan that the governor is endorsing. Today, some eye-opening testimony from one Democrat calling her fellow Democrats, some of them turncoats. Milwaukee Assemblywoman Sylvia Ortiz-Vallez says the plans put forth by a commission that Governor Evers set up last year would actually violate the Federal Voting Rights Act because they would dramatically reduce the number of majority black and Hispanic districts.
The people of our state deserve so much better. Everyone in our state deserves fair maps, but no map is fair. That violates the rights of others, Mr. Speaker. And the people deserve that. A map that's fair to everyone. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, Representative Ortiz-Vallez got a standing ovation from members of both parties after those comments. Now, the courts ultimately will be the ones to have final say on what maps will be used in Wisconsin, but it remains to be seen how that lack of unity from Democrats will affect the court's decision. Mark?
Eric, thank you. The defense in Kyle Rittenhouse's murder trial says it does not plan to call any more witnesses, closing out its case with a video journalist who testified that one of the men the teenager fatally shot had posed a threat. The defense is arguing that the now 18-year-old had reason to fear for his life when he shot 3 people, 2 of them fatally, during tense protests in Kenosha in August of 2020. Another witness described the interaction between Rittenhouse and one of the men killed, Joseph Rosenbaum. Prosecutors tried to argue the witness, Drew Hernandez, a self-described commentator there, recording the protests, was biased.
Your videos that you have captured of these incidents that you call riots, they're very slanted against the people who are rioting.
Today, the judge indicated closing arguments will be held on Monday.
Veterans of all branches of service gathered at the Capitol today to honor all of those who have served on this Veterans Day. A moment of silence was held prior to a rifle salute and taps, and the ceremony was closed after the colors were retired. Governor Evers was joined by the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Mary Kolar, and other dignitaries from the Madison Veterans Council, as well as the Sons of the American Revolution and the band from VFW Post 1318.
As per tradition, Hy-Vee was serving up a hot free breakfast this morning to all active duty and retired veterans. Hy-Vee says it's their way of saying thank you to all of those who have served and are serving. Breakfast included bacon, eggs, hash browns, casseroles, sausage links, and coffee. Veterans could either walk in or pick up their breakfast curbside, and store director Ryan Evers was glad he could help out.
They've given us so much. It's, I mean, it's really kind of a small thing on our part, but we're just so happy that we're able to do this for them on Veterans Day.
Hy-Vee expected to serve more than 75,000 meals today at its more than 250 stores nationwide. President Biden marked Veterans Day with a ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery.
Skylar Henry is in Washington with a look at the day's ceremonies.
Across the U.S., cities and towns held commemorations to honor the service of our military veterans. How are you? In Paris, Vice President Kamala Harris joined the French president to mark Armistice Day, signifying the end of the First World War. While just outside the nation's capital, service members recreated the 1921 funeral procession on its centennial anniversary for the first unknown soldier who served in World War I. President Biden laid a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier and spoke at Arlington National Cemetery.
To be a veteran is to have endured and survived challenges most Americans will never know.
I look at my own unit, there's only 4 of us left, and I'm the youngest.
At the World War II Memorial, we met 93-year-old Ohio native Harry F. Miller, who enlisted when he was 15, claiming he was 18 at the time.
I'd freely admit I was scared.
Miller served in Europe, where he saw the horrors of the Dachau concentration camp in Germany.
What do you remember most over the course of those years?
I dreamed about Dachau for years after that. I could even smell it.
Miller, whose time in the Army and Air Force spanned 2 decades, hopes to attend many more Veterans Day ceremonies. He says for all the guys who can no longer make it. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
The 2-week United Nations Climate Change Conference in Scotland is in its final day. The world's 2 biggest polluters, the U.S. and China, have pledged to work together on climate change. President Biden's climate envoy, John Kerry, detailed the surprise agreement.
We will work together to limit methane. Methane emissions, a greenhouse gas up to 80 times more destructive, more potent than CO2.
The 2 nations released a joint statement saying that they intend to establish a working group to meet regularly and to focus on enhancing concrete actions in this decade. Climate experts at the COP26 meeting welcomed the deal, but also say governments need to pick up the pace in order to stay within the goal of only a 1.5 degrees Celsius temperature rise in the next 10 years.
The fight over whether the city's bus rapid transit project goes down State Street continued at last night's Madison Common Council meeting. The council rejected a proposal that would have required city staff to evaluate the impact of moving 2 proposed BRT stops from State Street to the 300 block of West Johnson and West Gorham Streets. That failed to get the 11 votes needed to pass, with a final vote of 10 in favor, 9 against. Meanwhile, Madison Mayor Satya Rose Conway argues that routing the buses directly through State Street promotes both equity and economic interests.
World Kindness Day is coming up this weekend, and Sunshine Place in Sun Prairie is getting ready by doing something good. Volunteers got together at Sunshine Place to assemble nearly 2,000 kindness bags. The bags of breakfast and snacks have been assembled to be distributed to 5 elementary schools in Sun Prairie. The main purpose of the bags is to help feed children that might be experiencing food insecurity on a daily basis. However, the the kindness that is shown is just a happy byproduct. Weston Hannon started the Kindness Bag campaign 5 years ago.
So I always wanted to be a farmer, so I grew corn at a party and we raised money, so now I'm here helping get it to all the kids who need it.
Way to go, Weston. The Kindness Bag Initiative has distributed a total of 8,600 kindness bags to children in the Sun Prairie community over the past 5 years.
He's wanted to be a farmer all his life.
Yeah.
All 7 years of it. Well, still to come at 4, honoring the best of the best.
We'll preview Madison Magazine's recognition party for its 40th annual Best of winners when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Greenwich burn. You try to make them stop the over-the-counter draw. Those drops you'll see probably won't touch me. I want to stay for the holidays.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back,
You may need to target inflammation. What? You may need to target inflammation. No!
over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating the eyes and may provide temporary relief. Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease. It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid eye drop specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you are allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Eyes you relieve, symptoms decrease. Xiidra can bring lasting relief.
This holiday, ask your doctor about Xiidra.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
When I'm up on stage, singing and doing my thing, I feel confident, but nobody feels that way when they're picking a Medicare plan. The good news is Anthem's Medicare specialists are here to help. Just call them today at the number on the screen. They have plans with $0 monthly premiums, as low as $0 copays for prescriptions, dental, vision, and hearing coverage. You got to take care of those ears, and much more. When you call this number, an Anthem specialist will also tell you about the plans with extra benefits, like free prescription drug delivery and online doctor visits 24/7, free exercise classes, you gotta keep moving, baby, and even money towards over-the-counter health products. All this from the Medicare coverage more doctors trust. Talking with a specialist can help you feel confident that you're making the right choice.
Call 844-575-BLUE. That's 844-575-BLUE.
You just need to call. Don't put it off any longer.
Welcome back, everyone. Talk about holiday humbug.
It looks like Santa Claus might not be coming to every small town and city this year. A tight labor market has many people across the U.S. unable to book one of Santa's helpers to visit kids ahead of the holidays. The head of the Professional Santa Claus School in Denver says the region is down about 10 to 15% of Santas this year, while other Santa's staffing agencies say the demand is up over 120%. One issue, many older and heavier set men are opting out of the job over concerns about their risk of exposure to COVID-19, especially in children who are not yet vaccinated.
But don't worry, kids. Santa Claus will still be coming. Starbucks is celebrating Red Season, and Taylor Swift may be part of the holiday fun. This week, Starbucks sparked rumors of a Starbucks-Taylor Swift collaboration when it tweeted, "It's Red Season." Fans of Swift say that's a hint to the upcoming release of Red, which is her new album. Sources tell People magazine Taylor's favorite drink, in case you're curious, is a grande caramel non-fat latte. It will be available on Friday to coincide with the album release. But Starbucks says the tweet was just a reference to its holiday cups and seasoned beverages. Can you go in and say, give me a Taylor Swift?
I suppose you could. If you couldn't get enough of Netflix's Squid Games, don't fear. The show's creator says a second series of the smash hit is coming. He said reaction to the show left him with no choice. Netflix says discussions for another season are ongoing, but nothing is confirmed yet. Squid Game is a South Korean drama about contestants who play deadly children's games to win cash prizes. In October, Netflix said the show was its biggest ever series at launch.
The government's new infrastructure plan is trying to tackle several pressing issues, including drunk or impaired driving. The legislation gives the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration 3 years to develop rules for automakers. It would require new cars to have technology installed that could prevent drunk or impaired driving. The NHTSA is reportedly looking at a system that could observe a driver's performance. Another option is using sensors that would detect a driver's alcohol level.
Stocks closed mixed on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials lost 158 points, ending the day at 35,921. The NASDAQ added 81, and the S&P 500 was up 2.5. Well, it's time to celebrate the best of the best in the 608 as the Best of Madison celebrates 40 years.
Yeah, that's something, isn't it? Our Josh Spreiter talked about all things best of with the managing editor of Madison Magazine, Andy Bailing, at the Edgewater Hotel on the shores of Lake Mendota.
We're talking about the Best of Madison turning 40 years old, and that is something of accomplishment.
It is. It's kind of crazy to be a part of a magazine that has had a tradition and a readers poll that has lasted for 40 years and been so well received by the community. We've had a record number of votes and nominations this year, and we're celebrating with a party.
So yeah, we're here at the Edgewater for a reason, right?
Yes, and this is exciting for us because it's our first event since pre-COVID. It is a Best of Madison tasting party. So we've hosted tasting events, the magazine has, that are usually Monday evening, that are unlimited samplings for $25 and has a bunch of local food vendors. But for this event, we're actually celebrating our Best of Madison winners for our, in celebration of our 40th anniversary.
And the Edgewaters won a lot of awards over the years.
Yeah, they are #1 on the list. They have won 95 awards since 1981.
That's a lot.
It is. It's crazy. Well, and this is our most recent issue, and we've got the flip cover, and we actually are celebrating our legacy winners that have won over 50, over 40, and over 30 awards, and it's 49 local businesses and places.
And that's what makes Madison special, right? This area is we have a lot of uniqueness around here.
Yeah, no, totally. And these tasting events are so fun because we've got this long list of vendors that it really is a very good sampling and a tasting of what the best of Madison has to offer.
And of course, we love tasting, right? And we have to get to what's on this table here. A lot of local goodness right here.
Yes, I brought a couple of samples from a few of our vendors that will be there. We've got Nutcrack, which have you ever had Nutcrack?
I have not had Nutcrack. We're going to try it out here, though.
Yeah, they're little candied pecans that are made locally here in Madison.
That is fantastic.
Do you like it?
Kind of like perfect going into the holiday season, too.
Oh, yeah. I love making charcuterie boards. That's a really fun one to put on.
That's great.
And then Gail Ambrosius, they have won a ton of Best of Madison awards. Gail usually has her salted caramels at our taste events. This is some of her chocolate bark, too, but that's also another fun Christmas little stocking stuffer, too.
And then you can't forget the wine, right?
Can't forget the wine, Wallersheim. We both said these are two of my favorites.
Two of my favorite bottles right here on the table,
yes. Yeah, Prairie Fumé and Scarlet Fumé. But they're also a sponsor for the taste event, which is awesome. But they'll be there giving samples as well.
There's just so much history all in one place, right?
Yes. Well, and it's great to have it at the Edgewater, too, because they are steeped in so much history here with how long they've been in the community and are just like a center point for a lot of Madison traditions and celebrations. So it just feels right to have it here. And the very first Best of Madison party was here at the Edgewater. So it kind of feels like a continuation of a tradition for Best of Madison in the magazine.
Well, very special. We appreciate you inviting us to celebrate with you. Let's cheers to 40 years, Andy.
Cheers.
In the 608, Josh Spreiter, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Josh and Andy. Again, the Best of Madison Party 2021 is set for Monday night, 6 to 9 at the Edgewater.
For tickets, just go to this story, that story, at channel3000.com. Still to come on this Veterans Day, letters from one generation to another.
A group of 6th graders says thank you on this Veterans Day. We'll have that story coming up after Austin's chilly forecast.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. Today, the Coopers are a cost-conscious couple. But back in the day, not so much. Now, saving is more their style, which is why they chose Consumer Cellular. They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. And award-winning customer service. Switch to Consumer Cellular today and get $100.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Get a Beauty Rest Queen mattress for only $3.99. Upgrade to a Queen Harmony Luxe mattress starting at just $15.99 and get a free weighted blanket. The Harmony Luxe uses recovered plastics from the ocean to create a durable and luxurious fabric. And with Steinhoffels' 120-night sleep guarantee and free delivery, you can't make a mistake. Only at Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
I have worked at HuffCore for the last 36 years.
HuffCore closing the plant, moving production to Mexico.
I gave my life and my body to that place. Ron Johnson pushed through a tax law that rewards outsourcing. Companies can bring profits back from Mexico tax-free. And worse, Ron Johnson profited personally from outsourcing. He has doubled his wealth since taking office. Tell Ron Johnson to stop putting his profits above our jobs.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
We'll take a look at this. South Korea showcased a drone airport shuttle today. At Gitpo Airport in Seoul, South Korea, Transportation Ministry demonstrated its future generation flying urban transportation system. The Urban Air Mobility is an eco-friendly air transportation service based on electric flying vehicles. The government expects the air taxi to be able to take off and land vertically and connect with ground transportation. South Korea aims to introduce urban air mobility commercial services in 2025.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is interesting.
But that's just a model with a little Barbie doll in it, right?
No, I think that's full size.
Is that full size?
It looks like it'll fit one person.
Yeah.
No, that's a full.
That's pretty
scale.
cool.
Yeah. Well, today is most known for being Veterans Day. It's also a day for a cold, sweet treat.
The oldest known record for an ice cream sundae, here's your trivia answer if you like trivia contests, was in Ithaca, New York. The originator of the dessert, though, is still being debated. The October 5th, 1892 ad in the Ithaca Daily Journal spelled the ice cream treat with the conventional day of the week, so it spelled Sunday, S-U-N-D-A-Y. However, Two Rivers, Wisconsin claims to be the first place to serve the first ice cream sundae. At druggist Edward Berners claimed that in 1881. So who's right?
S-U-N-D-A-E.
Right.
Well,
either way.
We have to stick with Trivers.
Yes, I think so too.
As they say over on the west coast of Lake Michigan. That's what I always thought. It was Two Rivers is the birthplace. We should go up there and check it out.
It is not ice cream sundae weather, though.
No, it's not.
It really isn't.
It's really not. We are pretty chilly outside and really cooling down over these next few days as well. So make sure you do stay tuned, because not only am I going to talk about that cool down, we're also looking at some snow chances. And the first one's going to come here tomorrow. So make sure you're prepared. I'll have everything you need to know coming up.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
What makes new Salonpas Arthritis Gel so good for arthritis pain? Salonpas contains the most prescribed topical pain relief ingredient. It's clinically proven, reduces inflammation, and comes in original prescription strength. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
It's time to get holiday ready with Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks. Or with Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And come home in a Ford Bronco Sport. That's how you get holiday ready. Now lease America's all-time best-selling SUV, Ford Explorer, for just $389 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
At Humana, we believe your health care should evolve with you. And part of that evolution means choosing the right Medicare plan for you. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you are covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits, but you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums and still not get prescription drug coverage. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits. You get all this coverage for as low as a $0 monthly plan premium in many areas. Humana has a large network of doctors and hospitals and telehealth coverage with a $0 copay. So call or go online today and get your free decision guide. Discover how an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan could save you money. Humana, a more human way to health care.
Introducing Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. New luxury apartments for seniors 55 plus. Professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Brenna today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
And welcome back. Cooling things down. Not only are we going to cool things down, though, we are looking at some of those snow chances. The first one is going to be here even late tonight and especially tomorrow. But we're cooling things down today. As we mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, we started out today even around the mid-50s, but that was about set at midnight. Then we've seen those temperatures slowly work their way down throughout the morning and afternoon hours. High temperatures in the 30s on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And we're looking at some snow chances. Even some minor snow accumulation is going to be possible now, especially with the weekend round of snowfall. For tomorrow, I still don't think we're going to see too much overall, but grassy accumulation is definitely on the table here for tomorrow. Now, a live look outside right now, currently staying dry. We saw all the rain that we're going to see today move through early this morning. Now we've dried things out, and even a lot of the pavement has started to dry out, which is great. But what we're looking out for is that next system, which is still actually attached to the same low pressure system that affected us this morning. That brought through that cold front, cooling us down, and now that next round of snow for tomorrow. But what this alert day is for is actually Saturday night and into Sunday, because that's whenever we think we're going to see a little bit more overall snowfall. Now it's looking like about 1 to 3 inches is going to be a possibility. Earlier, it wasn't looking like too much, but Friday still looking pretty minimal for tomorrow. The The Doppler track again staying dry right now. As this low pressure system continues to churn, it's eventually going to bring this snow out west here to some of our communities. And again, we're not going to see too much overall snowfall here from this, but enough to actually see it falling out of the sky. And for some, you'll see some grassy accumulation. But notice how later on tonight, about 2 a.m., a few of those flurries, a light snow shower is going to be a possibility. With temperatures still in those middle to upper 30s, it is possible for it to snow, but it makes it very hard for it to actually stick to the ground once it reaches the ground. But then notice how by the time we reach the early to mid-morning hours, that's whenever we're looking at the most widespread of the showers. But then they're going to start to taper off here by the time we reach the late afternoon and especially the evening hours. Then we're only looking at a few more flurries by that time frame here tomorrow. So your morning commute may start to see some of those snow showers. End of the day commute, still maybe a few of those snow showers here and there, but accumulation going to be very minimal. Jumping to Saturday and especially Saturday night into Sunday, that's going to be that next round of some of those snow showers. This model not showing too many of them moving through, but it does look like, again, this is what we're actually going to watch out for. A few of our other models actually have this sitting down to the south just a little bit, but that's where we could see about 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. So you take a look at our expected snowfall totals, and it looks like less than 1 here through tomorrow. But then with that next system that's going to be on the way here for the weekend, this model's bringing another 1 to 2 inches. Possibility of up to 3 for some spots, but I do think that's going to be hard to find here with this weekend snowfall. Still a good chance to see a little bit of that light accumulation, though. Tomorrow, again, we're really just going to help to cool down the ground. Ground temperature is still very warm right now. So with the temperatures as warm as they are, again, the snowfall for tomorrow shouldn't be too much of an issue. But we are going to cool down those temperatures. Mid to upper 30s, they're going to be hanging around for some time. And the extended forecast does still show that warm up here for this next week. By the time we reach Tuesday and Wednesday, back even into the upper 40s with some rain chances Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. But after we clear out those snow showers on Saturday and Saturday night, and especially Sunday, that's whenever we're looking pretty good to go afterwards. Temperatures warm up, reintroducing rain chances here to the forecast. So I think we can get through this first few rounds of snow, and then afterwards, we should be pretty good.
Can they run the marathon if there's snow on the ground?
That's a good question.
I think so.
We'll find out this weekend, that's for sure.
Badger game on Saturday, marathon on Sunday, Packer game on Sunday.
Big weekend.
Big weekend.
And if you didn't put your lights up last weekend, well, now you're going to regret it.
She put hers up. She's gloating.
Right. No, I did.
All right. Thank you, Austin. On this Veterans Day, we asked a group of children to share words expressing their gratitude to Americans who've served in the military.
A 6th grade class in Clifton, Virginia took time to craft heartfelt letters showing their appreciation to previous generations of service members.
Those letters are being read by veterans of World War II, Korea, and Vietnam who visit the nation's capital as part of the Honor Flight Network.
The program brings them to Washington to see the memorials built in honor of their service and sacrifice.
Dear veteran.
Dear veteran.
Dear veterans, thank you for your service and support.
Benjamin wrote me a letter and he said, Dear veteran, thank you for your service.
We appreciate your great and honorable sacrifice.
You have performed a proud and honorable duty and sacrificed in a way that few in this present generation
can understand or appreciate. That's powerful. I'm so proud of you. Keep being amazing. Heart, 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 heart.
I like hearts. I know it must have been scary at times, but you kept staying strong, and I will be forever grateful for that.
Thank you for fighting for our country. You're an angel from God.
I know it is hard to lose a friend, and it was hard to keep fighting for our country.
I can't think or imagine what it would be like to be away from your family and friends for a long period of time.
It starts out, you are awesome.
Thank you for not giving up even when all seems lost, for being strong even when you might feel weak. You have given your life and dedication towards America. You are a strong, brave hero, and I thank you with all my heart. I can't imagine what you have gone through.
We will never forget what you have done with our country, ever. America would never be the same if it weren't for you and what you have done.
Thank you for shaping America into what it is today, and thank you for giving all your blood, sweat, and tears for our country.
Every day we raise the flag. Every day we say the Pledge of Allegiance. I think it's sad that it's not every day we honor wonderful people like you.
Yes, we have memorials, but we don't always say thank you in words like a letter or a card like this. Thank you.
I hope after everything you've done for our country, you will live a long and happy life.
I am unbelievably proud of your service. You are one of the many soldiers
that helped lead our country to freedom. You will be honored and known for your great and unselfish sacrifice.
Our country would not be the same without you veterans. All of the veterans out there are all heroes.
I hope you enjoy your flight to Washington, D.C. The memorial is really beautiful. I hope you like it as much as I do. Halt! Sincerely, Benjamin.
Yeah.
Hannah.
Liam Palacios.
Maddie. Many thank yous.
Ella Montgomery. Thank you very much, Ella.
And very thanks to you, sweetheart. This is a great letter and makes me feel really good.
I want to tell Benjamin he's going to have a good life. If you see a veteran on the street, just say hello. It's a wonderful experience for any of us, and it's very memorable.
I'm not used to getting that kind of accolades. It's like somebody in your dreams.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
What a great story and what a great class project that is.
Thanks to everyone involved in that. Well, coming up next on Live at 4, PPE has been keeping us safe since the pandemic started, but what happens when it's not properly disposed of?
And then coming up next hour at 5, our Naomi Coles tells us about a crisis of affordable housing for Afghan refugees in Madison. A family of 7 needs a place to stay.
ViTense Golfland now offers 2 indoor golf and multi-sport simulator suites. Play over 100 championship golf courses with unmatched golf swing data and visualization. Or play other sports and games using real sports equipment. The ViTense Golfland simulator suites provides a fun indoor entertainment experience.
It's time to get holiday ready with Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks. Or with Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And come home in a Ford Bronco Sport. That's how you get holiday ready. Now, get a 2021 Escape, Edge, or EcoSport with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash.
Why hide your skin if Dupixent has your moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis under control?
Hide my skin? Not me.
By hitting eczema where it counts, Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, keeping you one step ahead of eczema. And that means long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief for adults.
Hide my skin? Not me.
By helping to control eczema with Dupixent, you can show more with less eczema. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. When you help heal your skin from within, you can change how your skin looks and feels. And that's the kind of change you notice. Talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent, a breakthrough eczema treatment.
All right, here we go. Miller in motion. Wait, is that a baby on the field?
It looks like it, Craig.
And the defensive linemen are playing peekaboo. I've never seen anything like that before.
Harris now appears to be burping the baby.
That's a great moment right there.
Ref going to the rule book here.
Well, wait a minute. Harris is off to the races.
We don't need any more trick plays.
Touchdown!
But we could all use more ways to save. Are you kidding me?
That's got to be a long bus ride home for the defense.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
ViTense Golfland now offers the new Top Tracer mobile system. Track your shots from grass and mat tee areas for free from your cell phone. Record your golf swing with stats provided. Play games like Capture the Flag. Have golf range entertainment fun with Top Tracer at ViTense Golfland.
Tonight at 5, resettlement challenges for the Afghan refugees, the hurdles they are facing, and how you can help.
We'll see snow showers tomorrow that may stick a little to the grass, but we do have an alert day in the forecast for Saturday night and Sunday for accumulating snow. My first one forecast at 5.
Then at 6, we take you to the many Veterans Day ceremonies honoring those men and women who sacrificed for our freedom. That's coming up on News 3 Now at 6.
live look at downtown Madison from our Edgewater Skycam. Looking pretty nice out there. Windy, chilly, but it's going to get worse. Maybe some snowflakes tomorrow. The pandemic caused a boom in plastic waste, and much of it has ended up in our oceans.
A new study reveals just how much damage PPE from the COVID crisis has done.
CBS's Ian Lee reports from London.
The pandemic touched all corners of the earth and deep into the oceans. A new study finds the battle against COVID produced 8.4 million tons of plastic trash. From that, 57 million pounds of everyday PPE ended up in the seas.
They're getting inundated with a new source of trash, which is face masks, face shields.
Add to that more packaging material from online shopping as folks stayed at home, all of which has proven deadly to marine life.
And we think that that's likely to be an entanglement hazard for fish, for sea turtles.
Volunteers cleaning canals in the Netherlands found a fish trapped in the finger of a latex glove. Researchers say Asia has generated about 46% of pandemic plastic waste, while 22% came from North and South America combined, and 24% from Europe.
We're using more than 2 billion masks a day, these single-use throwaway items.
The study found the most waste came from hospitals. Dr. Marcus Erickson has studied the plastic problem for more than 20 years.
The pandemic is producing a lot of trash, and we're hoping that this blip in trash generation will fade as the pandemic does. Going to reuse and reusable systems is the way to go.
But if action isn't taken to either recycle or better manage the waste, researchers predict 3 million more tons of trash will pile up and stay with us long after the pandemic winds down. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Experts estimate another 34,000 tons of plastic waste could be dumped in our oceans before the pandemic ends.
That is unless more environmentally friendly solutions are found. There are masks all over the place.
All over the place, just laying on the ground. Pick them up.
Big problem.
Well, there's perhaps no better place to honor veterans in Madison than at the Veterans Museum on the Square.
When we come back, we'll talk with the director of the museum and find out how they honor our service members past and present every day when Live at 4 continues.
One of our favorite Portage families here at the Portage Furniture Store, the Ayers family, that has grown a little bit since, he says high five. That's right. Since the last time we were here.
We sure have. Austin and I, proud third-generation owners, and now we're working on our fourth generation. We've seen generations of customers come through, and I think we take a lot of joy in seeing, hey, my parents bought from your dad, or bought from your uncles, or bought from your grandpa, and now Austin and I get to enjoy that ourselves.
How much fun is it on the days you come back into town and the three of you are together?
It's very special. Like I said, the longevity from my dad and uncle started in 1940 to now. Very special.
We're very, very proud to showcase predominantly American-made brands and companies that we've worked with for a very long time. We have a number of great lines, including Serta Mattresses, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, and England.
And not everyone has the Ayers last name, but everybody here, I know you guys consider family.
Yeah, we really have some wonderful people here, including, two salespeople, Rosie and Punky, who have been here with us from the very beginning, and we're really thankful for them.
Yeah, they really make you guys, they're the ones who make you all look good.
Yeah, they are.
No doubt.
And we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, well, he said it, right? What are some of the biggest things that sets you guys apart?
The free delivery. Yeah.
They still got it. I was wondering.
We do.
Glad to hear it.
And on top of a first-class free delivery service, we're very proud of our huge selection of top-name brand furniture at guaranteed low prices.
Well, with the free delivery, we've got a lot of stops, but I'm glad you're helping me. From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. He's excited.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's a medicine specifically made for heart failure, Entresto. It's a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. Entresto was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure, and trust your heart to Entresto.
Hey there, and welcome back. Now, we're seeing something surprising right now on our traffic map, and that's actually a lack of anything happening right now, which is great news if you are planning on getting on the roadways, because even the Beltline right now, based on our latest reports, right now everything's looking good to go. Currently, just your slowdowns right around where we're seeing some stoplights, and that's about it right now. So traffic moving along a little bit smoother than normal at this time, but then we do take a step back, take a peek down towards Janesville. Janesville usually looks pretty good at this time, and that's exactly what we're seeing as well in Janesville. And how about up around Wisconsin Dells? Well, it is much of the same, so good news all around right now. If you're about to get out on those roadways, well, it's a pretty good time to do so. Currently, no slowdowns that we're actually looking at.
That's got to be wrong.
Right.
All right, Austin, thank you.
Thank you, Austin.
I'm sure it's very accurate. Most accurate.
An Alabama baby born at 21 weeks and weighing less than a pound now holds a world record. Baby Curtis earned the title of the world's most premature baby to survive by Guinness World Records. He and his twin sister were born on July 5th, 2020, 4 months ahead of their mom's due date. Sadly, his twin passed away the next day. Doctors said Curtis's chances of survival were less than 1%. He was on a ventilator for 3 months and in the hospital for 275 days. Curtis was finally able to go home on April 6th of this year. He is a survivor.
Gives me goosebumps.
Beautiful boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's an annual day to honor the men and women who served in the U.S. military.
Veterans Day celebrates the service of all military veterans.
Wisconsin veterans are honored all year round at the Wisconsin Veterans Museum on the Capitol Square. Chris Kolakowski is the director of the museum. Welcome to the show. Happy Veterans Day to you.
Hi, Chris.
Happy Veterans Day, guys. Thanks for having me.
So what's the mission of the museum if people aren't aware of it?
We were founded in 1901 by veterans for the people of Wisconsin, and our mission is to preserve, interpret, and affirm the role of Wisconsin veterans in the service of the United States, basically from the Civil War right up to the present day. All services, all branches, and you know, as broadly defined as we can make it.
There is a lot of military history in Madison that people may not be aware of.
That's true. Memorial Union, for example, on the UW campus, dedicated to the fallen of World War I. Some of the street names like Fairchild, governor, previously a veteran of the famous Iron Brigade during the Civil War. Various monuments scattered around. We actually have, if you look on our website, there's a, for anybody that's walking or out biking around Madison, and you want to hit these points of interest we've identified, it's kind of a neat little trail that people can do.
Oh, that's great.
Is there a common comment that you get from visitors at the museum like, gee, I didn't know that?
You'd be surprised how much how much we get that. The other thing that we get a lot of that people are surprised at is we always like to talk about how every veteran is a story. We also like to talk about how Wisconsin was there. There are a lot of events that people don't necessarily realize have a Wisconsin connection to them. And then we also like to get people to understand this history still matters. This is the legacies of what these veterans did for us and for this country, you know, remain with us today. And we get a lot of those, you know, and that's the idea, is you go in there, you think you know the history, or you think you got a basic idea. Our job is to help, you know, you get a better understanding, but you also get a better appreciation for what these veterans did and what it means.
Is the museum open now?
We reopened July 1st, and we are open every day of the week except Mondays. You can find the hours on the museum website or on our social media page. And we're free admission, open to all. And we look forward to seeing a lot of people through our doors.
Is the museum divided up by time periods, Civil War, World War I, World War II?
That is correct. We do it basically a timeline. You don't have to follow the timeline, but a lot of people do. We start with the Civil War, then we work our way through the rest of the 19th century and then into the 20th century, wrapping up actually with Iraq and Afghanistan. Wow. So we try and be as within the limitations of our current space, we try and be as comprehensive as we can. We did just open a new special exhibit, the Souvenirs of Service, the things they kept. And that's chronological as well, looking at some of the souvenirs that veterans brought back with them after the war. And so that's going to be up for about 1.5 years.
Oh, I would love to see that. You've also done a virtual tour that's available anytime, right?
That's correct. That's correct. You can find all that on our website. One of the big things we've done with the pandemic, but we've been talking about doing it anyway, is a way to reach beyond Madison and get the museum out beyond the four walls using virtual programs. And we've been able to reach as far as Singapore, as far as Europe. We've got a regular follower in Venezuela, to say nothing of people in northern Wisconsin that can't easily get to Madison all that often.
And it is a real treasure right on the Capitol Square, the Veterans Museum. Chris, thanks for being with us today on this Veterans Day.
Thanks for having me.
Great to see you, Chris. Thanks so much.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Black Friday mattress preview sale starts now at Ashley HOMESTORE. Save up to 70% off top brands and get $1,100 in instant savings on select mattresses. Plus, pay no interest financing for up to 5 years on luxury brands. Ashley HOMESTORE.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
The grand opening of the all-new Ashley HOMESTORE of Madison is on now. Don't miss grand opening specials up to 65% off while they last. Plus, no interest until November 2026. The grand opening sale is on now at the Ashley HOMESTORE of Madison on East Springs Drive.
Lack of affordable housing, Social Security delays, clothing, covering basic needs. Just a short list of the challenges refugees are facing to resettle. And tonight at 5, what's being done in this dire situation and how you can help.
They lost their cafe to the COVID pandemic, but a Barneveld couple refused to abandon their community.
We'll just come in and feed people.
And no one has to pay a penny. Susan Simons shows you how they're doing it tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Well, welcome back. One final peek at the forecast tonight. A low of 34 degrees, variable cloudiness, cooler, and also some late flurries will start to develop. Now, that's going to turn into some scattered snow showers for tomorrow. Just some light accumulation on some grassy surfaces, but we actually have put an alert day in for Saturday night and Sunday. That's where we're looking at the good chance for accumulating snowfall. That could even total up to around 1 to 3 inches, and that could, in fact, turn into some slick roads here and there. But that's Saturday night and Sunday. For tomorrow, again, those snow showers are likely going to move through, but thankfully minimal accumulation is expected. Most of that should stick to just grassy surfaces, and then the end of the forecast does balance out to near normal with the 40s returning.
All right, it won't last long if it does stick. All right, Austin, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, our canine correspondents, Louie and Oliver, have the best animal stories of the week.
And we go backstage with Michael Bruno for McFarland High School's production of The Addams Family. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
For a job you'll love, well, you gotta get down. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse. Every day you'll get to help so many pets in town. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse. We've been here 50 years and we're employee-owned. With opportunities to grow. We'll match your 401k. Discount your pet supplies. With great benefits and more. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers us all. And don't forget the free Mounds candy bars.
Don't miss the 32nd Annual Winter Art Fair off the Square, November 13th and 14th at the Monona Terrace Convention Center, featuring over 100 Wisconsin exhibitors with a wonderful selection of ceramics, paintings, glass art, wood, jewelry, and much more. Place your bids at our silent auction Saturday only. Children will enjoy the Young Collectors Corner. Buy local for the holidays. The Winter Art Fair off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
An official message from Medicare.
What's up, everybody?
Mary and I just compared Medicare plans.
Found one that's going to save us money all next year. James, I told you it was open enrollment.
Yes, you did. We used the plan finder at MEDICARE.GOV.
Oh, I see what you mean. Makes it easier to compare health and prescription plans. They sure can change year to year.
Compare plans now at MEDICARE.GOV. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Hey, honey, let's take a look. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I have worked at HuffCore for the last 36 years.
HuffCore, closing the plant, moving production to Mexico.
I gave my life and my body to that place. Ron Johnson pushed through a tax law that rewards outsourcing. Companies can bring profits back from Mexico tax-free. And worse, Ron Johnson profited personally from outsourcing. He has doubled his wealth since taking office. Tell Ron Johnson to stop putting his profits above our jobs.
You know what I'm going to miss most about space?
What's that?
How easy it is to keep up my saving habit. There's nothing to buy up here.
We're making it easier to save on Earth, too. When you open a savings builder account at BMO Harris, you can get a cash reward for every month you save.
Anything to help launch my savings?
Sure. When you open a checking account, we'll give you $200 to kickstart your savings progress.
$200 and a monthly savings reward.
It's a way to save that won't weigh you down. It's a little space humor.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Need to do inside weather for
today's final
first
touch,
weather
a St.
at 5.
Petersburg museum is celebrating Russia's most famous drink, vodka.
The exhibition takes visitors on an historical journey of the drink from Peter the Great to Gorbachev. The museum is perhaps one of the most extraordinary in Russia. Exhibits detail its rise in popularity and refinement. After starting off as a beverage mainly drunk by peasants in the medieval era, it became the favorite drink of the Russian czars in the 19th century. Displays include shot glasses, one of Russia's biggest collection of unusual vodka bottles, and ancient distillation equipment. The museum shares its home with a restaurant called Vodka Room Number 1. Serves up specialty vodkas with zazkuski. That's a traditional buffet-style spread of snacks such as herring, cheese, and bread, or more elaborate dishes that number 20 or more. I have a new bucket to put on the list. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.